Back in the 1970s through the 90s, there was a very popular ad campaign for Nestea Instant Iced Tea. The ads featured hot and sweaty people falling backwards into a pool of water after taking a sip of ice-cold Nestea. It was so successful that it cemented the brand's place in pop culture history in America. Although I find the idea of powdered tea repugnant, the Nestea plunge, as it came to be known, epitomized the idea of refreshment. In recent weeks, we've been discussing refreshment, and we've already identified 2 steps to find it. Today, I want to build on those ideas by adding this. If you want refreshment, focus on God, not your circumstances. If you're like me, you can be rolling down the highway of life, feeling pretty good about it, until you hit a bump in the road. Sometimes I feel like I hit several potholes, and other times I feel like I've just driven into a crater. That's when I feel my blood pressure start to go up, and I start to feel the stress of the world rain down on me, robbing me of my joy and my peace. My focus can easily turn away from God and towards my circumstances. If that's you too, take heart. The Bible tells us that when Peter was walking on the water, he faced a very similar challenge. In Matthew 14:30, it says, "But when Peter saw the strength of the wind, he was afraid and began to sink." When we focus on our problems that surround us, we begin to get that sinking feeling just like Peter. But then what did Peter do? He cried out, "Lord, save me." And that's exactly what Jesus did. Peter turned his eyes away from the winds and back towards Jesus, and he was restored. There is a lesson in that for us. 2 Corinthians 4:16 says, "Therefore we do not give up, even though our outward person is being destroyed, our inner person is being renewed day by day." Do you feel like you're wasting away sometimes? I know I sure do, and I hear the similar story from many special needs families. But we will be refreshed when we remember that God is renewing us on the inside despite our struggles. The circumstances no longer matter. What matters is walking intimately with Him, and that brings refreshment to our weary hearts. Want refreshment? Focus on Him, not your circumstances. Renewal is available to you right now. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go seek a little refreshment myself.